So the weird thing here is, I'm testing my stream stuff, right? Because for those who don't know, I redid my whole studio, and I know I'm not on camera yet. And in testing my stream stuff, things are just broken. As an example, my stream countdown timer doesn't work. Why it doesn't work? I have no idea. It just doesn't. So we're just going to hopefully have this work because, maybe it doesn't, and we'll transition. All right, so the main camera was working. This is the new camera, the Lumix G9 that I've been recording in my last couple of videos with. New microphone setup. This is using a blue boom arm stand. So you gotta move the chat over there. Where's the chat? Chat box. Let's move that over. I'll scoot over more to the middle. So I'm just having a lot of issues with this setup. I mean, heck, you can see a plate back here. This was like my lunch. I used this plate to heat it up. It was leftover chicken and veggies. Just haven't thrown it out yet. My garbage can's full in my office. I gotta take care of it. So I know things are gonna look nice with the camera when it wants to focus, which it's been having a weird issue with the focusing. I think it has to do with the mic being in front of my face. So if I'm off to the side, it probably focuses a little better. But like right now, I know it's still like kind of in general blurry. See, my hands look good. And now I look good. I can hold up things like the PlayStation controller. Doesn't focus on it. I have no idea. Now, this is the lens it came with. I was trying to use the lens that adds the bokeh effect more to the background, but it didn't. This lens that adds the bokeh effect. It's a 25 millimeter lens. No, 46 to 58 millimeter lens. That adds the bokeh effect. The problem with this one is it has a hard time maintaining focus. Sort of. When a mic's in my face, it has a hard time maintaining focus. When the mic's off camera, which I can't do right now, it doesn't have a hard time maintaining focus. So it's a balancing act with this lens. So basically, this lens works really well for prime news, or I guess here's the news, as I call it now. But it doesn't really work that well for anything else. And that's mostly just because I can't use a lav mic yet. Lav mic would be an easy solution to a lot of my videos, but lav mics don't work because of the power lines in my backyard. So, whatever. I'm just here doing my thing. My whole studio has had a lot of changes over the last couple of weeks. You can see, part of like back there. See the podcast set back there? See that? Like the TV's not up right now. We have some panels down right here. Because there's some construction again being done on the podcast set. I swear one day we'll be done working on the podcast set and it's just going to be consistent and be good. And I'm not going to have to worry about it anymore. Someday. See, one issue I'm going to have with this stream setup right now is when I play games, the TV for me to play games on is right here. So I could read chat, but you're going to get like a side face while I'm playing games. I'm not sure if I like that or not. The whole side face while playing games. But what am I going to do? And here's the problem. My monitor, well, actually I can bring the monitor down. So the monitor is blocking part of the TV. But I think this monitor can come down more than me. Oh yeah, so that part's fixed by just pushing the monitor down. I mean, I don't need it down right now. Come back up. But I don't know about that side view while playing games. Now, technically, I do have a 4K 60 FPS monitor right here that would have me more looking at. But see, now I can't read chat unless I go like this. So honestly, the game here with the chat right here is actually, I don't know. I'm not streaming a game right now, so there's just a lot of quirks I'm trying to sort out to get everything. Because when I reorganized my studio, I didn't reorganize it worrying about live streams. That's kind of like my bad. I worried primarily on the podcast set, which the whole reason there's no TV up and everything's down is we are upgrading the TV back there. There's going to be a bigger TV so the guests look nicer and the camera picks them up easier. The TV's actually down there, but the screws are stripped on the feet, so I got to hacksaw the feet off, and I haven't done that yet. It'll be done before the podcast this week. But, like, everything's been built around that back in. Like, this is one of the new desks for the podcast. The reason this desk is here is because when I record, whatchamacallit, when I record, my gosh, here's the news. I use the boom arm that's on that desk to, like, hey, bring this mic just off camera. So, is what it is. Except I gotta flip the mic. I don't know. I'm not. My setup right now, I'm not really, like, super sold on my setup staying the way it is right now. And see, the camera keeps getting blurry. It's just, it doesn't like the microphone by my face. It just doesn't. Like, on the camera here, it's tracking my face fine. Like, it knows it's here, up here. But, like, through the HDMI feed to you guys, it's not really focusing correctly. Now, I can, again, do this. Focuses on my hand. Then it looks super clean for a moment. But then I go back behind the mic. Oh, I guess it's still looking clean for now. Something about the HDMI out isn't as clean as the signal directly on the camera, and I don't know why. But streams are going to be really weird on my channel for a while. I'm trying to figure out a way to make this all. See, streams used to be super simple, right? My desk used to be turned this way in my office. So what you guys never saw was behind my desk was basically the rest of the studio. So behind my desk was the rest of the studio, just a wide open space. So I basically, right behind my desk, I had a shitload of cords, you know, because I had all my console cords running, my audio cables, things running off to the podcast set. And then I could take my tripod with the camera and set it up right directly behind my desk, and I could move it anywhere I want. I had a nice freedom of movement to move the camera anywhere I want. And then you would see my gaming collection and stuff in the background, which is still there, by the way. I haven't moved any of it. It's still there. The problem with that setup is not only do I have a desk sitting in the middle of a room that makes no sense and just looks like shit, it also got in the way of the long view I needed for the podcast set. Now you can say just move the podcast set. And I thought about moving the podcast set up against this wall over here where I currently have like a little kitchen set. But the wall's just not big enough. So it stays here. Plus I want a blue wall behind it. That wall's white and I'm not repainting right now. So everything was built around making the best possible angle I can for the podcast set. The problem is everything else sucks. Now, yes, Here's the News looks great. I like Here's the News with my monitors in the background. I like that. I like I could put up a custom wallpaper if I want. I can have, well, right now I think I have rotating wallpapers. Is it even rotating? Sometimes they don't rotate. I don't even know if it's rotating. Let me bring this down and just keep this up and let me see if it's actually rotating, because I have no idea. It's supposed to be rotating every minute, but I don't know if it is. I'm always torn. Like I'm trying to do everything I can so things are simple. That's always my goal. I want things to be simple. Things are never simple. Like, I think for the stream setup, I don't want to use the Lumix G9. One, because it has just a lot of autofocus issues with the mic and all that. And the Lumix G9 is great. But also, you'll see after a little while, the camera will just stop outputting through HDMI. I want to stick to this camera to be for videos. And what I want is a really nice webcam. Like a really nice webcam. And I might even tell like a 4K webcam. Like 4K webcams are bullshit. But there's some webcams out there, but they're fucking expensive. That have really great frame rate and all that, and great quality. Where is it? It's like a $200 webcam. The one that I was looking at, and I've seen a lot of good, really great reviews for. Let me find it on Amazon here. I'm pretty sure it's $200. Maybe it's a little less now. Let me see. No, not the AI robot one, because there are AI robot ones that will like follow me around, but I'm not talking about ones like that. It's a standalone one. Let me find it here. I know it's in here. I was looking at it the other day, and I forgot to add it to my cart as like a thing to save for later. No. Where are you? Where are you, you bastard? Maybe it's over 200. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I just started 200. God, how expensive was this thing? Oh, there it is. So the Razer Kaio Pro streaming webcam that gives it uncompressed, which is what creates the really good image quality, 1080p, 60 FPS with the ability to go up to 180 at 720, but I'd be using that 1080. With a high performance adaptive light sensor, HDR enabled, wide angle lens, adjustable field of view, etc. And that's what I wanted to use for my live streams. That way, here's the thing. My desk right now is like most people's desks. It's up against the wall. It's up against the wall, which is great. It's more out of the way. It opens up my office more. I still have a cable mess. I'm always going to have a cable. Here's the thing about being a YouTuber. We always talk about like, oh yeah, organize your cables. I can't organize my cables. Like, on my desk right now, I got a charging cable for my keyboard and my mouse. I got a cable to charge different controllers. I have all the cables for my audio interface, which are fine. I can cable manage the audio interface, except for the fact that I'm constantly changing mic positions. I'm changing camera positions. I'm changing what consoles are hooked up because I don't have a proper 4K HDMI switcher. So at the end of the day, I end up having cables everywhere because I need access to my cables all the time. So there's always a cable mess in this damn studio. It really pisses me off, to be completely honest. Really pisses me off. But what am I going to do about it? There's no real way to organize it because I constantly have to unplug, replug, reposition. I mean, the audio plugged into this mic right now goes out this direction, down on the floor in front of me. Like, literally, I'm picking up the cable with my freaking foot, and then up the other side of the desk and into the audio interface. Then when the mic is back here for a different type of video type, over here for a different type of video type, or back there for the podcast, the audio cable runs like this along the ground. Like the camera right now, its power cable is running past my feet around my desk and up, because typically the camera's over here or over here. It's just a hot mess. And my whole goal with my setup is always to try to make things as easy as I can. And I think one way is I give up on using this camera, which looks great, as my normal stream camera. I think I need to buy this $200 because my thing is I don't want to sacrifice image quality. That's kind of my thing. Like, I have other webcams. I'll show you. I have other webcams. Where is it? Where's my? Let me turn this on. See, this is the current webcam I have. The current webcam alternative. This webcam isn't like horrendous, but look at that FPS. Look at that frame rate. Doesn't that look like shit? It looks like shit. I'm sacrificing quality to use this really old webcam I have from the 1990s. Versus this. I mean, look at this. This camera is way better. Now look, I'm not saying that the Razer Kaio Pro streaming is going to be as good as a freaking Lumix $1,000 camera. No, of course not. But it's intended for streaming. It's more flexible, and I don't have to try to fit a mini tripod with my camera behind, like on my desk, behind my monitors, and worry about it having focusing issues because it's not really intended to be used the way it's currently being used. It's meant to record video or take pictures, and when I hit record, it's perfect. There's no issues with the autofocus, but just sitting there in general as an HDMI out, there's going to be issues. I just can't. I've invested like $2,000 something in the last 3 weeks between this camera, lenses, the podcast set, the desks, these freaking boom mic arms. I'm just tapped out, man. I ain't got any money, so I can't like buy the webcam. I wish I would have budgeted for it. I've been trying to avoid it, but I think I'm just gonna have to. I cannot handle like I can't handle this quality. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just too spoiled. I'm probably too spoiled. But I can't handle that kind of quality. I need better. All right, I'm going to read chat now. I know people are probably like, you've been ignoring chat. Like, well, yeah, sorry. I'm not trying to ignore chat. I'm just testing shit. And I don't like how it's turning out. Which is why I need to get the proper webcam that I can't afford right now. So I guess I'll say hi to people who are here. We got Dima Steep, Shay, Cormac, Chris, Robert Tolan, Fierce Deity Master, JLo, a whole bunch of other people. Camera looks fine. Stay simp. What's my favorite game? It's Breath of the Wild. Why did it take so long for the new stream? Because of issues like this where it's going on. Like basically the setup I had before in my studio was perfect for live streams, but sucked for anything else. So recording standard videos where I'm standing and talking, recording the podcast, recording with my computer in the background. Everything about my old setup was dog shit. Just dog shit for making other videos. But it was great for live streams. Simple, easy. But streams are kind of like a secondary thing I do. I primarily make YouTube videos and then I also stream. So I just feel like I need to get just bite the bullet when I can afford to and get one of the new webcams and just say fuck it. Because it'll solve a lot of my headaches. Because then this camera... By the way, I can still have this camera available for streams. It would just be like a secondary camera that maybe does like a side shot that shows like my gaming collection or whatever. Or maybe like I'm featuring something back there on a table and I can like have the camera point at it. So like there's other uses that I could end up using multiple cameras for streams. But I got to go later. Later, Luke Merrick. Anyways, I didn't expect there to be very many people here for this stream. See, look at that. Look at all that autofocusing problem. You don't have that with a typical webcam. Dumb. Come on, focus on me. See? And what could happen now is, look, the positioning of this webcam here is better. But I can't fit my main like camera here because then it hits the monitor arm. So it doesn't fit. But like this webcam's attached to the top of the monitor. And that's what's nice about webcams. So I just need to get a webcam. I just need to buy one. I need to buy the right webcam. I'm not buying some piece of shit cheap one. Because look at that. Dude, I want this quality all the time. Call me a stickler. Maybe this shit doesn't matter to you, but it matters to me. I like having the best quality I can. Plus, it gives me an extra camera to record with in a pinch. If, like, the Lumix is being used for something else in the moment and I need to get a video out quick, I could potentially just use the webcam to record. I say just do a smaller giveaway next month and use your YouTube revenue to improve channel quality via a new webcam. Well, that's fine to say, Brian. Part of the reason I don't have any money right now is not just because of the money I already invested in having to get a new camera, which literally was not part of my budget plan. That sucked. I'm waiting on my tax return, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. I think it's because they did another round of those stimulus payments. That they're like, yeah, F you in your tax return. What do you mean, F me on my tax return, damn it? So, like, the YouTube revenue I have coming in this month, which arrives in 2 days, I am using that revenue to pay bills. Because the money from my job, I use to buy the equipment, so I'm kind of paying myself back and then using that money for bills. So, it's kind of a love and take. Give and take. Love and take, give and take. I do not own a pet snake. Unless you're talking about the one between my legs. And I really hope you're not talking about the one between my legs. Tech issues are always a guarantee when you try to improve, but try patting yourself on the back with the fact you are pushing your content forward in value for all of us. You're doing, yeah, I mean, the new set for the podcast is great. It's going to be even better once we get the new TV up in it. Like, dude, the new podcast set turned out better than I expected. So that's just awesome. There's not a pet snake behind me. You realize, guys, that I have the entire view of my camera. I can see what's on my camera. If you're talking about the cords back there, those are just cords. Those are a power cord and an HDMI cable that run to a TV that's currently not on the wall. It's not a snake. But yeah, I just it's frustrating when one thing's right, but then the rest isn't. Right now, recording videos with this is awesome. I'm great. But, like, I just... So if you wonder why I haven't been live streaming, you can see why. I hate this in and out focus shit. Ugh, I hate that I don't have a really good setup to use my camera for live streams. But I also appreciate that now my camera is better set up to make any other video I want besides a live stream. But what did I have for breakfast? So my breakfast, I kind of slept through breakfast. My kids aren't here right now. They're with my parents. So I slept in the day, and I woke up at like 10, I want to say. So like an hour and a half ago. So I kind of just went straight to like a lunch kind of breakfast, and I had some chicken and veggie wraps. Are my kids home? Oh, my kids are home. All right.